Hello Gemini, I am Jen with Timeline Tarot, and I'm here to give you your mid-month love reading for the second half of April 2024. With this reading, I will be tapping into the current energies for your romantic relationship. First, I'll begin by looking at your energy to see how you currently feel about your partner and the relationship, as well as any blocks or challenges you may currently be facing in this connection. I will then look at your partner's energies to see how they feel about you and their relationship with you, as well as any blocks or challenges they may be facing in that connection. I'll draw for you a card from my Divine Tarot deck here to give you some advice regarding this relationship, as well as several cards from the Messages Love Oracle deck, and we will round out the reading by giving you the most likely outcome for April 24. Now, please remember, this is a collective general reading, and that means it's quite possible that not every message today will resonate with you. And if that's the case, it's okay. It just means that it's a message for another Gemini watching. With that said, though, my hope is I can hop onto your timeline and give you some insight into your romantic relationship. So with all that said, let's begin. Okay, tapping into the collective for Gemini, for my Geminians out there. What is the current relationship connection between Gemini and their partner, the person closest to their heart and mind? We'll do one more shuffle here, please and thank you. All right, Gemini, let's see what comes flying out of the deck for you. Current relationship connection between Gemini and their partner, the person closest to their heart and mind, for the last 2 weeks of April 2024. Any other messages, please and thank you. Okay, anything else here? All right, thank you. Bottom of the deck, put yourself first. Loving yourself makes you more romantically attractive. The cards that came out were redirect your thoughts, focus on what you want to attract in this relationship, not what you fear will happen. Difficulties, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Take your power back. You're giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. Beware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. I think Taurus may have drawn that same card. And then different paths. You are not on the same page with the person you have in mind. The directions you want to move into are different. So Gemini, looks like you have some external forces at least affecting your relationship, or at the very least affecting how you view your relationship. It may be time for you to love a little on yourself, right? Put yourself first while you work on the connection. So let's get into tarot now and see what we have for you. Tapping into my Gemini collective. What is their current energy towards their partner and the relationship? For the person closest to their heart and mind, how does Gemini currently feel about their person and their relationship? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. First card out, King of Wands in the reverse. So you're currently feeling that your partner is a bit impulsive or hasty. You could also feel that there may be some unrealistic high expectations to the relationship, or possibly to what your partner wants out of the connection. Let's see what your current blocks are. Current block for Gemini in their romantic love life, in their current relationship with the person closest to their heart and mind for the second half of April 2024. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Current block, Gemini, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. In this deck, the blockage would be recovery or regeneration. The block could also be not being able to face an inevitable end to the connection, or to whatever is troubling the connection. So let's first clarify this King of Wands in the reverse. Why are you looking at your partner or the relationship as the King of Wands in the reverse? Thank you. I'm just going to shuffle one more time. That's what I'm being told to do. All right. So Gemini, currently you are trying to avoid conflict with your partner. Maybe spending more time focusing on your goals. Remember, we did draw that card about loving yourself first and redirecting your thoughts, taking back your power. So this could be a time where you are trying to maybe avoid any difficulties in your relationship, and in a way to avoid that conflict, maybe focusing more on job or career path or other type of responsibilities that you may have. With the Three of Cups in the reverse, this is a card that speaks about stifled creativity, maybe a pause on any type of reunion or reconciliation. It's also my affair card. This is the threes, a crowd card. So that could be an issue also. And then your third card here is the Five of Cups in the reverse. Let's see what your clarification for your block is, and then we'll get a better storyline for you. For my Geminians, for their current romantic love life, why is the Ten of Swords in the reverse a current block? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. So the Ten of Swords in the reverse is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, to Judgment in reverse. I'm sorry, Judgment in the upright, to Eight of Swords in the upright. Bottom of the deck for you, Gemini, we have Four of Swords in the reverse. This is kind of like what you don't see coming. So this feeling of feeling restless or feeling that the relationship is lacking any progress. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So this is someone mentally breaking free from that thought process. So I do see you eventually getting there by the end of the month. And the Tower in reverse is you are either fearing change or trying to avoid a disaster. I will quickly say that for me, tarot decks are divided into two sections, minor arcana and major arcana, as every tarot reader or anyone who's ever had a tarot reading done knows. And for me, the minor arcana is always reflected of the humans, those of us in the meat suits here, what we do, how we feel, what we say. And the major arcana cards I look at as the divine intervention. These are things we can prepare for. We can certainly decide how we're going to deal with the aftermath. We may sometimes be able to delay a major arcana card, that divine intervention, but we certainly can't avoid it. So right now, what you don't see coming is you're going to try to avoid an end to whatever this situation or problem is. And then right behind that, we have another major arcana card of the Devil in reverse. Now, the Devil in the upright is the biggest nonconformist, right? This is not someone that toes the traditional line. In the reverse, this is someone detaching, breaking free, or maybe even reclaiming their power. So let's see, Gemini, what do we have for you here? So regarding your current relationship, you could feel, the King of Wands in the upright is a fire energy. You could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or a masculine or feminine who's just embodying that type of fire energy. This is someone who looks good, they smell good, they draw a lot of attention, they tend to be leaders, they really think outside of the box. And the Wand suit is not only the fastest card in the deck of tarot, but also the most passionate. In the reverse, the King of Wands, male or female, please take genders how they resonate. It is a collective general reading. This individual can be a bit impulsive, but in terms of how you're seeing the relationship, perhaps you're seeing your partner as being too impulsive, or you're seeing them as being hasty. This could be someone that you also feel could be ruthless at times with what they want. Remember, the Wand suit, they go to war with bats, right? They go to war with sticks. These people will fight to the death. So you could be looking as maybe your partner having too high expectations for what this relationship should be or where it should be going. You are trying to avoid conflict with this individual, with your partner. You're trying to increase more on your goals. I do see you, though, wondering about this possible third-party situation. Now, third party doesn't necessarily have to be another lover. External force could be maybe your partner's working too much, or they're not dedicating enough time to you. There's some imbalance in the relationship. So any person, place, or thing could really become that external factor. With the Five of Cups in the reverse, this is you trying to move on from the past hurt, maybe trying to move on from the affair. Could be that, trying to avoid the conflict. And it's also a card in this deck, at least, of acceptance and forgiveness. So it's kind of like either you're contemplating moving on from the relationship or just moving on from the prior conflict, which was caused by the third-party situation. So that'll be different for all of you. You know your story better than I do. Your current block is either avoiding an inevitable end or making a full recovery. Either yourself mending a broken heart or helping your partner mend theirs. So maybe this could be something collective that the two of you are failing to do together. But this also is somebody who is avoiding, right, the inability to end the relationship, or maybe to, you know, accept what has happened in the past and move on from it. Whatever it is a block, and you are having an inability to do that. There's an inability for you to either manifest, give, or receive some new beginning here, or again, some type of reconciliation with your partner. Either you don't know if you want to receive it from them, if they've offered it to you, or if you want to offer it to them. The block here is also a judgment call, Gemini. You are failing to listen to your intuition here and your inner calling when it comes to making the just and true judgment about this situation. And with the Eight of Swords, it's so weird to see the Eight of Swords as a block, because the Eight of Swords is someone who overthinks the situation, right? They're kind of stuck in that hamster wheel of negative thoughts, and it just goes round and round and round on a loop. But this is a block, so you're not thinking clearly, right? You're not putting enough thought. If it's a block, you're not putting enough thought to listen to your intuition, to decide whether or not you want to restart this connection or invest any more in it. You're not putting enough thought into your recovery. So you've got a couple of challenges and blocks here for your relationship, Gemini. Let's see what your partner has on their side. Tapping into the Gemini collective now for their partner. How does their partner currently feel about Gemini and their relationship with Gemini? And we'll do one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. So in your, excuse me, in your partner's energy, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. Now in this deck, this talks about an individual who's withdrawing, choosing their happiness, checking in for realignment. So that's how your partner is seeing you right now, Gemini. They're seeing you as maybe taking a pause, trying to decide what is your happiness, and accepting whatever that is. I'm going to clarify that for you. And what's the block now for Gemini's partner for the second half of April? What is the current relationship block? We'll do one more shuffle, please, and thank you. Gemini, the current block for your partner is the Star in reverse. Your partner is lacking faith in something here to do, you know, with the connection, or they could be even feeling insecure or not trusting you, or not trusting the connection. Let's clarify that Four of Cups in the reverse. Why does Gemini's partner view them and the connection as the Four of Cups in the reverse? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Four of Cups in the reverse is clarified by the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, which we saw at the bottom of your deck, as well as the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, why the Star in the reverse for Gemini's partner's block? Why is the Star in reverse here? Okay, we have the Magician in reverse. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Let's get two more cards here, Gemini. Three of Wands in the upright and Seven of Swords in reverse. Bottom of deck, we have the High Priestess in the upright, to Temperance in the upright, to Queen of Wands in the upright. So now we're seeing a counterpart here with that King of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands in the reverse here. And right behind that, we have the Devil in the upright, where you had the Devil in the reverse. Okay, Gemini. So how your partner is currently seeing you seeing the relationship. They're seeing it as you are withdrawing. They could also be withdrawing as well, kind of checking in for realignment, noticing that either you or they, or possibly both of you, are recognizing there is a disharmony, there is a misalignment in the relationship. There could be some tension. Communication between the two of you could actually be broken down. You could be talking minimally, maybe just about mundane things, or not talking at all. Your person, though, is seeing this period in the relationship as being a stormy time. They too, kind of like you at the bottom of your deck, are trying to avoid an inevitable end, or at least trying to delay a disaster of some sort. Now, what's interesting is the Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So this could be your person, but we did have that third party influence. So this could be your person's person. Now the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is a very nurturing person. They're very practical. They're very supportive. They provide for themselves and their family very well, financially speaking. If they're a parent, they're an excellent parent. This is someone who brings financial security to their relationship. In the reverse, this person is not as financially independent as they can be. They're focused a little bit more on self-care. They could have some work-home life conflict with an imbalance, meaning that they put more time into one or the other, and therefore one suffers. This could also be a person that has a lot of jealousy or holds contempt. This is also an individual who smothers. So, you know, depending on what your situation is here, Gemini, your person could be looking at you as you are a bit smothering, or because you have fear and you mistrust them. Or this is that third party here, who is maybe doing that to your person and smothering your person, and your person is seeing that as it being a conflict. If I look how the cards come out, which I almost always do, I see your person having this sudden awareness that the connection between the two of you is imbalanced, and they're trying, though, to avoid a disaster with that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, whether that's you or the third party on their end. Let's see what we have here for blocks now, Gemini. We have the block is your person is either feeling insecure or they're lacking some faith here. There's a inability to connect well with or to reconnect with the relationship at this time, because connection is a block, faith healing is a block. So there's an inability here to do that. The Magician in the upright is your card, Gemini. It's the Major Arcana card for Gemini. And this is an individual who uses all their tools and resources to manifest what they want for others, for themselves, kind of create the world, life, love, etc., that they want. In the reverse, as a block, this is an individual who is failing to use all the resources at their disposal to move the relationship forward. With the Three of Wands, the Three of Wands talks about someone looking into the future, waiting for their ships to come in, moving forward. Again, this is a block. There's an inability here in that, you know, inability for your person to really make any moves either towards you or away from you in the relationship. And with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, this card really talks about like coming clean, making a confession. This could be kind of like turning over a new leaf type of thing, or rethinking an approach. And again, your person, their block is they are failing to do this. They're failing to either rethink their approach or failing to come clean and confess about something, possibly even that third party situation. Swords, the Sword Soon Tarot is a conversation, so they could also the block could be not wanting to even discuss what occurred in the past, almost like burying their head in the sand kind of thing, and that inability to not acknowledge it and have a serious conversation is a block for them as well. All right, Gemini, let me get you a card here to give you some advice. I love this deck. It was the first deck that I received as a gift for my tarot readings, and I really just always feel it's such a great connection for me to the divine. So let's try to get you an advice card here, some type of divine message to help you with the situation. It looks like right now neither of you want to end the connection, but neither of you know how to move forward. For you, Gemini, you are not giving this situation enough thought. High Priestess in reverse is your advice card. For some of you, you're not giving enough thought into the situation on whether you even want to restart it or not. It's almost like you're ignoring it. And your person's kind of doing the same thing. They're not wanting to have an honest conversation or any conversation at all about what happened. They're not looking to make any moves away from you or toward you, and they're very hesitant right now to use any of their resources to change the relationship. So you both seem very, very stuck at the moment. Now, Gemini, advice card from the divine is the High Priestess in the reverse. Now, the High Priestess in the upright talks about someone who uses their intuition, right? Someone who really goes within. This is also the card of the Divine Feminine. This is someone who has high morals and integrity. In the reverse, this is an individual who has secrets, who there's some type of hidden agenda. They may be disconnected from their intuition. So as an advice card for you, Gemini, this is the divine telling you that ignorance is not bliss. And for you anyway, because, you know, what your person does is up to them. But for you, ignorance is not bliss. You really need to give a lot of thought and use your intuition. Put some thought, use some intuition on whether or not you want to restart this connection or not, whether you want to end it once and for all or heal with your partner collectively, and then the two of you can move forward from this together. So that's definitely the call out for you, Gemini, is go within and use your intuition to decide what you want, what you feel is best for you. Let me get into this little deck here to see what else we have for you. I love this deck. I've been working with it for about 6 to 8 months. It's got really great energy. I love the messages that come out of it. It's a little slippery to handle because it's so thick and the cards are so small, but I will do my best for you, Gemini. So let's see, tapping into the Geminian collective, whose timeline I'm currently on regarding this romantic relationship. Anything else that you have for them? Anything else for Gemini at this time? Gemini, I just realized that the first card at the bottom of your person's deck is the High Priestess in the upright. So what you don't see coming is your person will be using their intuition to make a decision regarding their connection with you. And your advice from the divine is to use your intuition as well. So you know, you're being pushed by the divine, basically, whether you realize it or not, to use your intuition, and your person appears to be a little one step ahead of you, and they will be doing that by the end of the month as well. The High Priestess card in that card talks about trusting your own counsel first before trusting anyone else. Bottom of the deck, worried. Yeah, we saw both of you have the Tower in the reverse, so I think both of you are worried that the connection could end. So there's a little hope there, Gemini. I don't think your person wants it to end, and neither do you. It's just the two of you don't know how to discuss this and maybe how to compromise, how to move forward. Emotionally unavailable. Yeah, with that third party situation, Gemini, I didn't see it on your part, so it could be on your person's part. Your person may be unable at this time anyway to emotionally advance the relationship with you, especially if that Queen of Pentacles or King of Pentacles in the reverse is the third party on their side. So let's see what cards came out for you. You have insecure. So one or both of you could be feeling a bit insecure about the stalemate in the connection, or especially regarding that third party. I do like the creative card here, Gemini, because I think those of you that are putting yourself first, redirecting your thoughts into work, maybe taking your power and transferring that or transmuting that into your work. I think you're going to see a very creative side of you come out and some success there. We did get the ambitious card, so for some of you, you're already doing that, and very good on you. There does seem to be some financial issues concerning this relationship, whether it's on your side, Gemini, or your person's side, but there's definitely some regard to finances here. And then we have not waiting. So some of you Geminis are not going to wait for your person to come around, or maybe your person is not going to wait on you to come around. One of you are considering leaving the connection. Let's get some love messages for you, see what else the divine has for you, and then Gemini, I'll close out the reading by giving you most likely outcome for the second half of April 2024. Tapping into the Gemini collective here. What are the messages of love that you have for them regarding this situation? All right, Gemini, let's see what cards fly out of the deck for you. Messages for my Geminis in this current relationship. Anything else for Gemini? Please and thank you. That one flipped over. Gemini, you got the intuition card again. Okay, bottom of the deck, decision. Yeah, it's time to decide about this relationship. And I think that's where that honest conversation comes into play. Unavailable. The person is unable to give you all that you deserve. So definitely, again, another hint to a third party here, Gemini. Someone is secretly yearning for you. So your partner is thinking of you. And then we have intuition. You already know the answers you seek. I always say that these intuition cards bring me back to Dorothy at the end there at the Wizard of Oz, when the Good Witch tells her that she always had the power within her all along. So I can't help but I keep looking at that intuition card here, the High Priestess card at the bottom of your person's deck. So what you don't see coming is your person will be using their intuition to make a decision to bring balance into the situation with their Queen of Wands, which, even though you're an air sign Gemini, we saw here that you're seeing your person as King of Wands in reverse. Your person, here's your counterpart looking at you as the Queen of Wands. This is someone who's attractive, takes care of themselves, is an entrepreneur. They're very exuberant and vibrant. So we do see them eventually by the end of the month using their intuition to want to restore balance to your connection. I guess for you, Gemini, the decision is, do you want to wait that extra week or two in order to have this conversation? Right behind this, we have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. So maybe what your person needed was just a little time apart, and that might be just a good opportunity for you to kind of redirect your thoughts and focus on your career or other responsibilities that you have. All right, Gemini, let's get the most likely outcome now for you and your partner regarding this connection for the second half of April 2024. What is the most likely outcome for my Geminians on this timeline regarding their romantic life? I'll be pulling 5 cards from you, Gemini, after a series of shuffles, unless, of course, the Divine wants to throw a few cards out during the shuffle. Sometimes they tend to do that. What is the most likely outcome for April 2024 for my Geminians regarding this relationship? Almost had a flipper there. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. All right, Gemini, most likely outcome. Page of Wands in the reverse, to the Four of Wands in the upright, to the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, to the Five of Swords in the reverse, and your final card, Gemini, is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Chariot, to Justice, to Five of Cups in reverse. Wow, what's hiding behind under that? Queen of Swords in reverse. There you are, Gemini. And then the Nine of Swords in reverse. So finally doing, finally taking action is what you don't see coming. So things maybe feel like they're at a standstill right now. What you don't see coming is movement, Gemini. There's been a lack of direction. I always look at how the cards come out, right? There's been a lack of direction here. Maybe some procrastination, right? That's that waiting card that came out, or the not waiting card. There's been some procrastination about reconciliation, about the reunion, reconciliation. If you live with this person or you're married to them, you know, there's definitely been a delay in addressing this situation with them, or maybe even taking the relationship to a higher level of commitment. However, Gemini, by the end of the month, the Wheel of Fortune is here in the upright. This is an inevitable fate. This is a life cycle that is closing out for you, Gemini. Whether it is going through this difficult time with your person is coming to an end, and then the two of you are working towards reunion together, or whether the two of you decide to not pursue the relationship further. Either way, there is a cycle closing out for you by the end of the month. And what we see then is the Five of Swords in the reverse. Again, this is a card of making amends, not wanting to argue, This is a desire to forgive and a desire to reconcile. So I know some of you Geminis are sitting there saying, no, 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 no. I want someone new or something like that. No. By the end of the month, that procrastination is over. It's coming, that cycle of procrastination is coming to an end. This is your card, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So there is some desire to forgive, a desire to reconcile. And then the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Gemini, this is someone who could be obsessed with work. And that would mean that you and your person become obsessed with a desire to reconcile, obsessed with a desire to forgive. So I would be a little careful of that. You know, you definitely want to keep a work-life healthy balance. That's really what will make your relationship successful. So Gemini, when this starts happening for you, it's going to happen very quickly. The Chariot, fastest card in the deck, to Justice. This will be truth, balance, equality coming your way in this relationship. Should you wait? Should you want to continue with it? The Five of Cups in the reverse in this deck is someone's coming around the block again, right? Very regretful for the disappointments, maybe that you caused them or they caused you. Queen of Swords. I will tell you to just do not be at this time overly emotional when all of this happens, because you know, you're a Gemini, and when you're in the reverse, you tend to be a little bitchy. I will say that. I'll be honest, I'm a Gemini, so just be mindful of that. But butting up against that is the Nine of Swords in reverse, and this is someone who's releasing worry and able to move forward. So just be patient with yourself, Gemini, and if you want this connection, be patient with your person. It does look that by the end of the month, there is a decision that will be reached, some sort of awakening. Look at that. Some distance will help bring clarity. Yeah, it's going to bring awakening, and definitely support, right? Support your partner through this, or ask for support from your partner if it is you who needs some time during this 2 weeks. And don't forget to put yourself first, Gemini. Looks like you have reconciliation on the table, so good for you, Gemini. That was quite a spin there at the end. I was not expecting that at all, but I'm very happy for you. If you like this message, if any part of it resonated with you, please click the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more free videos from me, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. It'll help me incorporate your energy into all of my future readings. And until I read for you again, Gemini, I am sending you light, love, and peace.